Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Lunch and Learn, our weekly Lunch and Learn. I'm April Childers, and you may not recognize me with no makeup, but I just got back from my walk this morning. And if you follow me on social media, you know that Mavis, our dog, and I walk every morning. So that's one of those, okay, that's what my retirement looks like. But I wanted to jump on today because I have a hair appointment this morning, and then I have a doctor's appointment in town after that. So I just wanted to jump on and make a video for y'all for the Lunch and Learn. Y'all know that technology is my friend when it helps me multitask. So this way I can still get all of my appointments done and, oh, sorry, and be with you for our Lunch and Learn, which I love. So drop me some comments, say hello to me. I know I will look at all of them after I get back this afternoon. So don't think that I don't look at your comments. But today I want to talk to you about your retirement. And I know I talk about this a lot, but over the last week, I spent a lot of time interviewing some amazing ladies who have served in the military anywhere from, I think the shortest was 1 year all the way up to, I think the longest was 22 years, somewhere around in there. So I told y'all I was working on something, and it is last week was where we did the recording. So it's going to be it's called Beyond the Barracks Summit, and it is about women's experiences when they left the military, that transition into civilian life. Now, I know some of y'all out there are civilians, and we love you. And you go through transitions also. So that's one of the things that I wanted to talk to y'all about this morning is what does your retirement look like if you're not retired yet, but you started thinking about that? What do you want your retirement to look like? I'll just give you a little sneak peek into my retirement. Usually I get up 4:15, 4:20. That's my quiet time. And I know I'm retired. You know, a lot of y'all are like, what do you need quiet time for? Because my husband is full energy. He's full energy. So he gets up, he sings to me every morning. I love that. He gets up at 5:20. So during that time, that is my journal time. That is time for me to read my Bible. It's my quiet time. It starts my day right. So I get up, and then after he gets up, we have our coffee, we chat a little bit, watch the news, and then we go work out. So we work out. I go for a walk with Mavis, and then we come back. We have breakfast, and then we go do whatever we're going to do for the day. So our day starts 9:30, 10 o'clock. I hate to say that it starts because it really starts at 4 or 5 o'clock. Whew, I am warm. Hold on, I got a fan around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay. Whew. I'm warm on several levels, and y'all know what I mean. So that's what my average day looks like. Quitting time could be whenever my husband finishes whatever he's doing for the day. Sometimes it's 4 o'clock, sometimes it's 5, 6 o'clock. But if I'm still working, he comes in, he says, "Hey, it's quitting time." So in the summertime, we go sit on the porch, and I'll have to take a picture of our view from the porch. It's pretty nice. Yeah, we sit out on the porch, and sometimes we have a toddy. Sometimes we just sit and talk about what our day was like, what we're doing tomorrow, if there's anything special going on, if we're going to go golf or whatever. So that's what my retirement looks like. I do this because I enjoy the camaraderie. I enjoy you have to, as women, we have to have that girlfriend time. So drop me some, oh, I hope that doesn't disturb my mic, but drop me some comments like, what do you want your retirement to look like? And I do want to touch on some of the things that some of the ladies told me during the week was some things that they experienced when they retired that they didn't expect it because nobody talks about this. There's so many things it's amazing to me what we do talk about out in public. But it's also sad to me about the things that we don't talk about, like this hot flash that just won't go away. Uh, but we don't talk about money, which is so sad and so scary. But we don't talk about the emotional and the mental aspect of retiring, having that change. Some of the ladies told me that it was almost like a grieving process. They were grieving the loss of that life that they had. Not that they're not excited about their retirement and the life that they're going into, but it was still a loss. And I equate this to like when I got this is my second marriage. When I got divorced, I hate to say the first time because I've only been divorced once, but I left. And when I left, I remember driving through the neighborhood and I was crying and just tears streaming down. And I thought to myself, why are you crying? You're the one that's leaving. You could very easily turn the car around and go back. But I knew that was not a possibility. That was not healthy for me. It was not a good relation, good, it was not a healthy relationship. So I kept driving. But and then I felt almost guilty because I was in a mourning. I did go through mourning because I finally realized that, but I felt guilty about mourning because I felt like I didn't have that right to mourn because I was the one that left. So drop me some comments if y'all can relate to this. And I'm just trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to be transparent because I want you to know my heart. Um, but a lot of the ladies, well, a couple of the ladies said to me, they felt like they went through a mourning process. And sometimes we think that we're not supposed to be doing that. No one died. We just retired. But it's a whole change in whatever we've been doing for however long, whether you've been in the corporate world or, you've owned your own business and you've decided to sell your business. You've been in the military and you've gotten out, you either retired or just decided that you'd had enough. Um, but it's okay that we go through that process. And it is very similar to mourning. You're mourning the loss of the life that you had, the relationships that you had, because we all know when you get ready to retire or leave a job, everybody's like, oh, we'll stay in touch, we'll go have lunch, we'll do all these things. No, very seldom. I won't say never because I do have friends from the military that I've stayed in contact with, and we're actually going on a cruise in October. Fun. But for the most part, those that are still working, they have a life, they have a family, they go on about their business. And so do you. But you're going through that transition. So drop me some comments. Let me know some of the transitions that you have gone through, or that, if you're getting ready to retire, that you never thought about. Because there are things that we go through. And I think sometimes I watched my husband, he retired before I did, and he didn't seem to have a problem. And some of the other ladies had spouses that were retired military also, and they said the same thing. It's like, no, he didn't seem to have any issues. Of one lady, she retired before her husband did, so she kind of like told him some things to expect. Sometimes when you retire or depending on your situation, you also have a sense, like a lack of purpose. Like whatever you did, you don't have that purpose as a civilian, or, after you retire, if you're already a civilian. Um, and that can be a little overwhelming. It's like, what do I do? Why do I get up every morning? What is my purpose? And I think we need that. So if you are retired or getting ready to, I really want you to kind of look at yourself. And there's all kinds of personality tests out there that you can do, and get strength finders and all this other stuff. But like, who are you at your core? And if you don't know that, this is a great time to explore it. I know I did a lot of that when I retired. Was I really didn't know who I was. And it took some time to figure that out. And I didn't have like a point of reference. Nobody ever said, "Hey, you're going to go through some of these, you're going to experience some of these feelings, lack of purpose, um, you know, um, lack of, this mourning process. Just there's so many things, and nobody ever warns you about it. Nobody talks about it. And all you want to do at the time is get your appointments done, get out, give my DD 214 for my military gals. They know what that is, and just let me go. And then where do you get help? Maybe you've realized that you do need to talk to someone. Where do you go? Do you plug into the government agencies that are out there? You know, there are a lot of good government agencies out there, and there's some that aren't. Our VA system has come a long way when it comes to treating women. And I know some of you that sounds really weird too, because it's 2024. Why haven't they always been good? Well, I don't know, but they're getting better. So as long as they're making progress, I guess that's the most we can ask for. So there are a lot of good services to plug into. And ladies, I am going to tell you, this is for my military ladies. You are a veteran. And it was amazing to me how many women through these interviews told me that they did not identify as a veteran. And I'd heard that. I mean, I'm involved in the veteran community in my area. And we've actually changed the way the terminology that we use. Instead of female veteran, we say people, women that have served, or people that have served. We have a military meetup. We don't have a veteran meetup, because there are men out there who also don't identify as a veteran. So you did your service. If you don't know what constitutes a veteran, then look it up. We Google everything else in the world. Let's Google what a veteran is. I think it's like service over 90 days. And I'm I would think that your discharge would have something to do with that. Maybe dishonorable. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not putting information out there. I'm just saying, but look into that, because there was several people that told me, women that told me they did not feel comfortable going into the VA because they didn't feel like it was for them. That's not anything against the VA. That's our mentality. That's that, like, we didn't earn that. Yes, you did earn that. But I don't want to get, I guess I did get off on a tangent, but that's not the purpose of this. So, ladies, I'm specifically talking to y'all. Um, please put in some time and plan your retirement. Do some research into things that you would like to do, maybe hobbies that maybe you enjoyed when you were younger, and just with raising a family and working, you didn't have time to pursue. I talked to one lady, she'd always enjoyed photography. Well, after she got out, she raised her kids, she was doing things, and her husband's like, "You always like to be a photographer. Why don't you just try that?" And she's doing great. She owns her own business now. So tap into those things that you enjoy. And if you're not sure what you enjoy, experiment. I did when I got out, when I retired. I took quilting classes, I took gardening classes, I got my real estate license. I was all over the place. But that was my time where I had the freedom and the flexibility to be able to do that. Excuse me. If you are getting out of the military, or maybe you're leaving a job because for whatever reason, maybe it's personality, maybe it just doesn't light you up, do some research and really look into those. There's plenty of, um, I sort of say services, but not really services. I mean, you can get online and look like, what's my personality? What job, would be good for me? What are my interests? And because sometimes we don't know what's right in front of us. Ask some friends. Ask close friends who really know you, not these people who just say, "Oh, just get you. I don't know why you're going through this. Just get you a job, any job." No, don't get you any job. Get you a job that lights you up. Like I said, that's why I do this. This lights me up. It's important to me. I believe in of what I'm doing. So, I hope y'all enjoyed today, and I will talk to you soon. And I should be back live next week. So drop me some comments. I can't wait to hear them.